First of all, thanks to you guys for having me here. My name is Ibrahim. I'm 37 years old. I born in Turkey, grew up in Germany, and I'm working online, so that's why I have this opportunity to be here on this beautiful island and can deepen my surf skills, actually. Yeah.
All right.
First of all, when we were, me and my buddy, also my business partner, when we were thinking about long-term destinations, Bali was, to be honest, not on the list actually. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then it crossed my mind on a later stage, and it was more in line with my expectations, and especially surfing. So, but I didn't know at that time that my, surfing will become the main character in my life. When I come to Bali, I didn't know at that time. I was like, okay, you can go there, learn surfing, but really to progress after 1 year, to make such an, huge development in terms of surfing, that was, so I didn't know that. That was really insane to figure out that, yeah. Bali, what Bali makes so special is the conditions. So, you can surf here, you can learn because you have all the people around you, all the coaches, so many students, everybody is learning, and you can be one of them. So the thing is, and then all the spots, so many spots and such a good conditions, Uluwatu, Dreamland, wow, I can't even count all the names. So that was actually the point. Once I came here, I realized, okay, it has way more to offer than I really thought about it in terms of surfing. And that's why I stayed here. It was a really good decision. Mm-hmm. I didn't put that much thought on it at the beginning, but then later on when I came here, I realized, started surfing with you guys, okay, it's actually has much to offer than it looks like. Wow, that was, I can remember as it was like yesterday, when I started surfing with you guys on a soft top. Wow, that was amazing. That was a special day, so I keep track on these special days. It was on 10th of June last year. Mm-hmm. So it's, 1 year, 1 month actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And before I never considered surfing, or I never surfed in my life. It was, my surfing level was really zero, nothing.
The moment we met.
Yeah, the moment we met, I didn't surf at all, before or nowhere. I lived in Australia, work and travel, for almost 1 year. But even there, I didn't, no, I was, I saw people surfing and so on, but it looked nice, it looked cool. I was like, okay, that's a nice sport, cool sport. But I never tried.
Right.
No, never tried. Yeah, I felt so many different feelings, to be honest.
Yeah.
So many different things, everything comes together because I was playing soccer all my year, all the years. I started when I was 14 years old and then, stopped when I was 30. And now starting learning surfing, it's a totally different game. It's because it's unpredictable. The ocean, you're in the water and even the crowd, you have to adapt to the crowd. You have to adapt to the ocean. You have to, connect all the dots together because it's, one small mistake can make a huge impact. At the beginning, so you are not really aware about, okay, you want to progress, you want to improve. You're just trying to enjoy more at the beginning. You don't put that much pressure. And then, when you progress every single time and then I don't know, maybe it's personally for me, I put too much pressure on myself because I have then high expectations because I want to do it. I'm passionate about it because surfing, brings so many different perspectives in your life. And that's why I felt always frustrated and always keep talking to you. That's why, because always exchanging, especially after time when you go only by yourself surfing without a coach, and then the struggle, really the frustration starts because you're doing so many things wrong at the beginning. You're taking off, it's bad. Everything, it feels like you don't know anything about surfing. And then you need to collect all the dots, what you learned in the lessons, in the sessions, and then, the condition change, and then you surfing also changed. So many frustrations are ongoing. But the one wave, what you got, if it's a good one, everything disappears. All the frustration is gone. That's what I like about it. You're trying and keep going, going through so many challenges. You're going through so many tough times, wiped out all the time, cooked all the time. Why? That's not easy. That makes something with you mentally. You need to be strong at that moment.
Yeah.
Because, I was talking also with other friends, other guys. All of them were always thinking about quitting surfing, but nobody does. Nobody does. This one wave, when you got it, everything is gone. All the frustration is gone.
It makes a change.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
makes a huge change.
Sometimes it's only one wave that make a big difference.
2 hours you're surfing, you're missing so many waves, and then there's one wave. Save today. How did I find you guys? It was actually simple. After I arrived here in Bali, I met this Turkish guy in a cafe, and I straight away asked him, okay, are you taking lessons or are you surfing? And he's like, yeah, I'm taking lessons, and with DSL. And he straight away highly recommended you guys, and I was really surprised and impressed about it, and I didn't ask any further question to him. I'm like, I didn't even, after that, I didn't even, search for other surf schools or something like this. I just straight away contact you, and then we set up a surf session and jump in the water, actually. Special day, I keep track on that, 10th of June last year with Blackie, Baby Padang. So it was something, different. Wow. Doing with you guys, because this is the main part. I mean, of course, your skill, your ability, defines how you process. That's the one part. But another part is the coaches, where you guys come into the game, because if you have this connection, from the beginning on, I knew, okay, I'm in good hands. And then if you feel also, it's kind of you surfing with your friends. It's kind of you're in a family, That's what I like about you guys. And then that makes also a huge impact on your surfing progress. That's also another big part. It's not only you and your ability and so on and so on. No. You're not alone. You cannot do that alone. Not in this short time frame. Because I wanted to learn it really quickly, really fast. I mean, of course, at the beginning you think it's easy, but when you get into it, you realize, okay, it's gonna be a long and intense journey. But then with you guys, everything was more, let's say, more easier to catch, to build up, because you were giving me the trust and you were taking, when it comes to safety, I like also this about you guys, because Bali is crowded in terms of, all the spots are crowded with many students, also pro surfers and so on. You need to be aware of this one. So when you go only by yourself, if you want to try only by yourself learning surfing, you will quit. I think 90% of the people will quit, or they will not go that far in their progress. Because if you were the coach, he's taking care about everything around you in the water. That's which is important, because you can focus on yourself. You can focus on your, let's say, on your paddle or on your takeoff. You can really make this progress with yourself. And that's what I learned with you guys. And I think that boosted my surfing.
Right.
Because when I'm with you, really, I was so relaxed. I was relaxed. I could focus myself on my surfing. I think that boosted my level. Yeah, it does. It does. Because I caught myself many times, let's say after 1 month, 2 months, you build up this confidence level. And you think, as a student, as a beginner, you think you can take more risk and go on a shorter board because, you know, it's kind of also, ego also is playing a game in this, you know, in this part. So you think, okay, you can go shorter with the board, but actually your skills and ability is not matching with the shorter board. So stay on the, you know, that's why you guys were really careful about this, you know, not taking big steps. Because if you're taking too big steps, then you will struggle. Then you will struggle because it would not match the level, the ability, what you have right now, the skill. The board, no, it will be a totally different game. So that's why always the timing when you change the board on a shorter board, or when we stayed, you know, longer on the, let's say, on a certain board, it was perfect, the timing. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, I was overestimating myself and I wanted to go on a shorter board because, you know, I wanted to be cool, or, you know, let's say, wanted to feel more like, yeah, performance surfer or pro surfer, not pro surfer, but, you know, intermediate, let's say intermediate. But that's the coaching part. You telling me, because you guys know exactly, you guys know me better than myself, you know, when it comes to surfing. That's the most important thing, what you can have, what you can bring to the table as a coach, because the students doesn't know most of the time. They overestimate themselves. So always, because if they want to really pushing for a shorter board, they want to struggle. You will never get a wave by yourself. You will, let's say, you will fall all the time. You will have so many struggle, and then you will be frustrated all the time during the session, and then this will block you. Mm-hmm. This will completely block you, and you will get nothing done. So the timing, really the process, the teaching, and the changing the boards, you know, switching the boards, going shorter. I mean, we were starting on a softer one, a bigger one. You know, I was patient. You need to be patient, you know, because you guys know me better than myself in terms of surfing. In terms of surfing, to be honest, yeah. Still, after 1 year, I can still totally 100% agree with that. Because sometimes I'm going, you know, alone and taking too much risk. Last time, just like recently, I told you, you know, airport left, such a huge conditions. I don't have a problem because it's easy wave. It's more predictable, let's say, yeah. But then coming to Uluwatu, I feel like I'm a beginner. And then exchanging with you why that happened and why it comes to that point again, that's amazing. That's priceless, really. Then that keeps you on track. That keeps you motivated because you have somebody you can relate on. And because if you always by yourself, no taking any sessions or coaching, you know, that's tough. It will take, you know, if I wouldn't do that, if I, you know, with a coach, after 1 year, I think I would need 3-4 years to get to this point. Where am I now? That's a huge difference. While you're asking, I had this. I was thinking about so many sessions and so many moments, but one moment I still remember. It was at Dreamland.
I was just about to ask you
the
moment that you broke the board. Was it?
Yeah, I broke the board. It was, you know, I was saying keeping track on these special days. It was on the 25th of July last year. Dreamland. You were teaching me actually. You were the one who teaching me. Yes. And then it was the last wave, and you told me, yeah, let's get a bomb. Let's get a bomb. I'm like, okay. Because I think at this week there was a big swell and Dreamland was really on. Yeah. That was so far, the biggest wave I ever had. And you pushed me on that wave. Well, in the video review I realized how big the wave was really. And then the board got broken. I'm like, well, I'm in a washing machine. I'm just in the whitewash. I'm looking for my board. Where is my board? You know, it's not on top. It's I don't know. I couldn't find it. I grabbed something, but it was in half. It was in half. I'm like, wow, what happened here? And I look to Becky, and Becky's with the other half of the board. And he's saying, hey, come here, come out of the water. I'm like, hey, what happened here? I didn't even realize that the board was, got broken.
Yeah, because
that was intense.
Because you nailed that takeoff.
Yeah.
You're basically riding it, and then it just at the end section you get exploded.
At the end section it happened because on the takeoff everything was still together. And that was the moment. After that, wow, I was fulfilled. I was like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm surfing. And wow, I mean, that's when I think about it, it still comes, all the feelings, all the adrenaline comes up.
Because we also, as far as I remember, we also had a session, I think in either in October or November, where you lost your board at Secret.
Oh yeah.
Because that was one of the very difficult spot.
Yeah.
And then I think you lost it on your very first wave too, and you were with chalk.
Yeah.
And in this kind of moment, do you feel like, okay, you are in the safe hand when leash snap, board broken? Do you feel like, oh, I have no worries because I know that the guys will have you back?
Exactly, brother. That's I even forgot about it. That the leash really snapped, and nice conditions, secret spot in Uluwatu. Never been there. First time with you guys, and then the leash. I'm like, the conditions were big,
Yeah.
and open, really standing wall. It's awesome, really. Bali has, I think, if you want to learn surfing, come to Bali. Nothing else, really. That's it. You don't need to do anything. And on that day, I was just relaxed because you guys are around me. You guys are taking care, and I think it was Chalk.
Yeah.
Chalk, took the board and brought it to me, and he gave me his leash. That's it. You don't need to worry about this because you are with the coaches. It doesn't matter how big the conditions, how challenging the conditions are. They got your back.
Right.
That's what I like. That's what I like about you guys, because when I'm with you, I'm totally easygoing. At the beginning you are surfing on the whitewash, yeah?
Yeah.
So nothing gonna happen. The wipeout is, nothing.
Different.
It's just nothing, it's so small, tiny. And then if you step up to the let's say knee high or head high waves, and then it starts to wipe out. So how did I survive this stage? Because once you get wiped out many times, and then you don't care anymore. I can speak for myself. After a few times, it doesn't bother you, and you're still going on it. And then what is actually interesting is, if you don't want to get wiped out, just be committed. Just what you always tell me, be committed. If you hesitate just for a second, you're done. You're gonna get wiped out. And that's why you need to really focus on that part, maybe. Yeah, and to not get wiped out pushes you. It pushes you. It gives you this kind of drive to not do the mistake. Mm-hmm. So it's actually a good thing on the one side. But if you get wiped out, it's not a good thing. But it's okay. You get used to it. Yeah. You get cooked. You get used to it. It's okay. After time, first of all, at the beginning at DreamNet, we were talking about this huge wipeout. It made something with me, but to shake it off, it took me a couple of days. But then you realize, okay, that's fine. It's gonna happen anyway. So even now, I get wiped out all the time. So if you want to improve, if you want to really boost your level, you need to take the risks. You need to take the bigger ones, or let's say the challenging ones, the late drops. You need to take it. Of course, you're gonna get wiped out. There is also good surfers on the lineup. I also see them getting wiped out. So it doesn't matter actually. Yeah. It's that's a good thing in surfing. You're not the only one. Don't think about this. Just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
So and just like that. And this one wave in this session, you know,
Make
after this, all the wipeouts, you get a nice line, a really standing wall, big one. Phew, you're a happy son. You're the richest in the world. I think so many, you know, different aspects are involved in this topic. You know, personality. Let's say I have, you know, when I do something new, yeah, like surfing or something else, or you know, playing how to play guitar. I'm always okay. I wanna really learn it in detail. And if you want to do things, I have high expectations, yeah, when it comes to new things, and I want to do it, and I want to really learn it from the bottom. It's hard. It's not for everybody. It's hard, but you know, just like you said, surfing needs high commitment. Surfing needs time. Surfing needs patience. Surfing needs persistence and consistency. If you only surf one time per week or 2 times, you're not going to progress. You need to really stay on track. And what made me commit to this sport is, you know, the danger is everywhere. The ocean is not predictable. The life is also not predictable, brother. That's the main thing. I mean, you get, you know, through so many tough situations during surfing. The same like in your life, you know. And if you want to be the best version of yourself in surfing, it's the same situation in life as well, also in business. So it actually shows you personality, you know, when you surf, you learning yourself from a totally different angle, totally different perspective. It teaches you to see life from a totally different angle. So it's actually, you know, let's say your vision gets wider. Because the water, you know, the ocean tells you and explains you so many things. You learn so many new things, you know, in your life, about your personality especially. And that made me committed to this sport, really. Because even it became the main character in my life now. You know, it decides where I'm gonna go, when I'm gonna go to Germany, to Paris again. Okay, during the high season of surfing, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, I would choose. Last time I was only 2 weeks because you know, nowadays I cannot just go for 3-4 weeks somewhere without surfing. So it became addictive.
It becomes part of your life. Right?
Yeah, part of my life, the main character of my life, which is good. I like it because, as I said, it gives you different things, the out of the box thinking in a totally different way.
Right.
That's what I like. Through surfing, I mean, especially on the business side as well, you know, it's always up and downs. You know, high moments on business are nowadays really rare, just like in surfing, especially when you start surfing, or when you still middle in the surf progress, you know. It's still ongoing, and good days are less, but it's becoming more, these good days. And you can relate to your private life, to your business, so many areas in your life. And that's, I think, one of the unique things in surfing, what I got to know. Oh, that's a tough one, bro. Oh, yeah.
It's out of the box question.
Yeah.
So, tracking back.
That's tough.
For sure, like each coach has their different style.
Yeah.
Do you find like who's your favorite, and then do you feel like all these different aspects help you shape the way you can surf now?
It did. So that's a tough one.
You started with Blackie, and that was
yeah,
like,
I started with Blackie. And I stick
you
with
started very high.
Yeah. He was such an inspiration for me. I started with Blackie, and I told you say, Danny, can I stick with Blackie because you know, he knows me now. We got to know each other, and he know my skills. I mean, you guys have also, you know, after the, you know, you always actually every coach knows every student, because you guys have internally this kind of communication exchange, you know. But Blackie, at the beginning, it was a special, man. I don't know, but I wouldn't choose a favorite coach, because, as you said, every single coach has a different style of teaching, coaching, which is a huge benefit for me, because when I go on a session with a different coach, he sees my mistakes, you know, totally different. And the way he explains my mistakes is also totally different. And then, you know, you have all these different, let's say, opinions, not opinions, but different styles of teaching, and you connecting the dots. You understand it more in detail. Let's say you telling me on this one session, you know, in a different way about my mistake, and then on another session with Blackie, he tells me the same, but on a different way, and then I got what you want to tell me. I understand more in detail everything and connect the dots all together.
Yeah.
And that's a huge benefit, I would say. But when it comes to favorite coach, I don't want to mention yet.
Gilang put you on some crazy bomb.
Yeah, Gilang. You know, with Gilang is like a brother for me. It's I mean, everybody is a brother, but Gilang is, I'm more relaxed with Gilang, let's say, because he's you know, he's a young guy. His surfing skills are amazing, or doing all the aerials. I'm looking, you know, when I surf, I'm like most of the time watching him. And Blackie, when I surf with you and Blackie, I'm more serious. I'm like, okay, you need to, don't do any mistakes. You need to show them. You need to show them how good you are. I'm so much pressure on me. Especially, and then when I go with Hassan, yeah, Hassan he's pushing on my limits.
He's more in the army ways.
Yeah, it's like the army way. Yeah, he's like, hey, Ibrahim, there is a good wave coming. You want to take it or not? And I cannot say no. you have to take it. You know, how you can say no to a good wave? And then I just came, you know, from a paddle. I'm just so tired. It's already one and a half hour gone, and he's like still pushing me. And I also like that. But if you want to, for me personally, if I want to go on a session with Sahan, I need to be fit on the day. Yeah, and yeah, that's really. But favorite coach, yeah, you guys have so different from each other. Let's say I started with Blackie. I would go with Blackie. Yeah, but yeah.
So, like, you feel like this whole experience is rewarding and make the journey more fun and safe.
Yeah, it's making more fun, and you know, I feel like I'm in a family. I'm surfing with the friends, you know, with the childhood friends. That gives you also another kind of motivation, you know, when you're in this family and you're in the water in a lineup with you and Blackie and Chalk and Hassan and Gilang, you know, and that's so nice feeling and rewarding. And you know, the thing is, when you're coaching me and all the other coaches are there in the lineup, or let's say more in front, and then they see you catching a wave, riding a nice wave, and then you're like, wow. And then on the way back, they you know, giving you a nice feedback, positive feedback, or giving you also, telling you, okay, you did that wrong, and then they you know, giving the feedback at the same time, which is good, because on the next wave you can do it better. So that's, when we all together in the water, I like it.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding, because you know, and then they cheer, hey, and so when you do something good, they cheer, and nice one. I would say, make your dreams come true and surf with DSL. I mean, the thing is, you know, we mentioned so many things before, because you guys are willing to go the extra mile with your students. If someone is really driven, if someone wants to learn in detail, you guys are willing to go to extra mile. That's what I see, and that's what I really progress in this 1 year. I don't know, you can maybe tell that you can see that much better, but the progress in this 1 year was really good. I'm on a point where I can say, okay, that's okay level. Yeah, I'm not still there where I want to be. It still takes 1 more year, yeah. But the thing is, you know, when I surf with you, the family, the friendship, you know, I feel safe in this crowd. I feel I don't need to worry about this crowd or anything, and I can adapt things easily because the way you teach, the way you coach, it stays in my mind because I have this deep connection with you guys. And that's what I can really tell or advise other people to join you because it's different. You know, safety is always priority for you guys, but besides from that, the experience what I have with you or the progress, I don't know, that was the best decision.
Yeah.
To really start surfing with you. You know, in life nothing happens without any reason. So I met you guys in 1 year. I'm really on a good level personally, and there are still so many things to learn in surfing, and I'm still exchanging with you so many times when I go by myself and asking you all the time questions, and stay close. I'm always staying close to you. What I can recommend also is stay close to your coaches. Stay close, exchange, because you're not alone. You're not gonna go through these tough situations by your own. You don't need to do that. That's why you have your coach, like you guys, and that will boost your confidence as well. My dream place, we went to West Sumbawa. You were, I see always, let's say, pipeline or something, but that's not for me. That's something for pro surfer. But my dream destination in terms of surfing, I would say, Sumatra or Krui or Rote, this kind of stuff, I would say,
So
something in Indonesia, around Indonesia, because you don't need to go that far to have great conditions. Here in Bali has such a nice good conditions, That's why I can hardly say I have my favorite spot, because here in Bali I have such a great spots. I don't need to go somewhere else, to be honest. I didn't think about that much, but if I had a choice, I would say Krui or Rote, because we were talking about and it looks great.
Right.
Looks really great.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. That's all, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a great chat and conversation, though.
Thank you too, guys.
So
Thank
smooth.
you so much.